The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers hint that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton and Thomas Forrester's Matthew Atkinson rivalry could soon be back on. Will Hope Logan, Annika Noel once again land at the center of a fierce feud? Thomas will be on screen by early September, so his B&B return is sure to bring some drama. Liam has never been a big fan of Thomas, so his guard may go up when he hears Steffi Forrester's Jacqueline McInnes Wood brother is back in the picture. Of course, there are some good reasons to be wary considering Thomas' history. Thomas was previously obsessed with Hope for years, so Liam won't want him reverting to bad behavior and fixating on her. That could certainly happen if Thomas in Paris, Buckingham's Diamond White engagement crumbles. Liam will never fully trust Thomas when it comes to Hope, no matter how many times Thomas claims to be rehabilitated. There's been a lot of talk on the show lately about Beth Spencer, Jordan Gracie, who was stolen from Liam and Hope as a baby as part of a money-making scheme. Reese Buckingham Wayne Brady made Hope and Liam believe Beth was deceased, but Thomas kept the secret once he found out the truth. That's always been a source of contention and distrust for Liam, too. Throw in the fact that Hope's betrayal with Thomas blew up her marriage to Liam, and it's easy to see why he may hold some grudges upon Thomas' return. Liam worked hard to convince Hope she should reunite with Carter Walton Lauren St., but he may worry Thomas' comeback could ruin things. Even if Daphne Rose Moriel Hilaire is to blame for Hope and Carter's breakup instead. Liam won't want Thomas sniffing around Hope next. Now that Liam knows he's hopefully got a long life ahead of him, he wants to spend it protecting the people he cares about. That includes Hope, especially now that Liam's been reconnecting with her and strengthening their bond. Liam may still want Hope for himself deep down, so that could fuel his reignited rivalry with Thomas as well, down the road. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Thomas and Liam could clash over Hope eventually, so stick with us for updates on Liam's reaction to the news of Thomas' homecoming. See DLs where you want to be for terrific, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news and updates, so make us your favorite B&B hotspot. The Forrester creations come back early September. After weeks off-screen, Thomas Forrester Matthew Atkinson is slated to return. Whispers are swirling among the design team. Has the man who once built the infamous Hope mannequin really turned over a new leaf? Finn's face tenses as logs files from Thomas' psychiatric leave litter his desk. There's suspicion and paranoia. Is this return a redemption arc or a ticking time bomb? Scene 2. Liam's kinetic awareness. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer Scott Clifton is deep in reprioritization mode. His harrowing medical ordeal, surgery, feigned cancer, the drug scam, and renewed bond with Hope have reawakened his protective instincts. No one invades his family. The entry of Thomas into their lives feels like a threat, not just a reunion. 2. Legacy of the past, old wounds, bitter memories, shared traumas. Isn't a new character for Liam, far from it. Their history looms large. The Beth betrayal. Thomas secretly withheld the truth about Beth's survival. Aligning with Flo's deception, Hope only learned the painful truth because Liam stormed Thomas' private jet hangar, smashing that legacy as Hope clung to their daughter at her side. Hope, obsession. That haunting cabin incident, Liam cornered by Thomas. Punched, terrified Thomas. Helicopter escape, still echoes in Liam's memory. A truce laughed at, and the brief marriage of convenience. A heartbreaking attempt by Hope to move forward, which forever cemented Thomas as Liam's threat. Thomas has apologized, he's glossed over past transgressions, but has his demeanor truly changed? Liam isn't going to gamble on redemption, not when Hope is involved. 3. Calm, before the storm. Subtle sparks in the air. Hope's innocent intentions. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, remains the centered peacekeeper until she isn't. In the weeks following Liam's recovery, she's worked hard, reconnecting with her sister Steffi over Kelly, helping at home, and rebuilding Hope for the future. What she doesn't anticipate is Thomas stepping into her path again under the guise of making amends. Thomas makes the first move at a Forrester gathering one catch-up meeting for the rebooted fashion line. Thomas sidles up, offering a sincere apology to Hope. Something about him seems tempered, renewed. Could time and therapy have softened the man whose obsession once cost Hope so much? Thomas offers to help with the HFTF campaign, and Finn, eager to support Hope's professional resurgence, tentatively gives his blessing. Liam's protective watch, but Liam's not blind. In the background, he watches them collaborate on sketches and mood boards. A spark of jealousy, long buried, flickers. He confronts Hope. What's going on with Thomas? She reassures him. He's being professional. We're rebuilding everything, I promise you. I'm with you, but her smile falters. Liam can tell. The rivalry is rekindling. 4. Friendship or foe? Thomas vs. Carter. The Elon Musk-style intrigue of Carter. Carter's doing his part to Recently, Daphne Rose finally back has cooled her passions for Carter after he proposed. Now she's scaling new feelings. Carter, stuck between his burgeoning rapport with Hope and the allure of Daphne, remains loyal, but the tension is rising. Now, Thomas steps in, artfully dramatizing design suggestions, gaining Hope's attention. Carter, keen, raises an eyebrow. Back off. A spark of rivalry ignites, but not as intense as Liam's. Still, anyone who flirts with Hope's attention is asking for trouble. 5. The rivalry erupts. Liam vs. Thomas Act I. Public confrontation at a high-profile HFTF preview event. Hope stands before a gallery of photographs featuring her new designs with Thomas. The crowd murmurs about the creative chemistry, they work together beautifully. Liam loses it. He interrupts, announcing that Hope's with me, nothing to see here. Thomas merely bows, like a gentleman. The media cameras click. The rivalry is back in the headlines. Act 2, an explosive dinner later that night. Tension boils over at Liam and Hope's dinner. Thomas shows up uninvited, balancing yellow roses in his hand, Hope's favorite. Liam explodes. What are you doing here? Thomas quietly explains. I wanted to apologize to thank her for the help. Liam pushes Thomas to hard physically, breakable tension. Hope cries as Liam grabs her arm, telling him to stop. Thomas steps away, dignity intact, and leaves. But Liam seethes. The feud is not over. 6. Hope's crossroads. Choices, regret, resilience. Act I. Hope's conflicted heart that night. Hope spirals. She balances between defending Thomas's right to coexist and reassuring Liam of her love. Was she wrong to let Thomas speak? Did she mislead Liam? Emotional exhaustion takes hold. She checks through old memories. Thomas as a tormentor, Liam as emotional refuge. She remembers how he fought for Beth. Act 2. The retreat and revelation. Late at night, Hope visits Douglas. She consoles him, expressing her guilt. I don't want to hurt Liam, but I also can't discard friendship. Douglas, wise beyond his years, offers, maybe you can have both. It's not always you or me. The simplicity reminds her. There's a middle ground, but can Liam accept it? 7. The final confrontation. The rivalries showdown. Act I. The breaking point. Hope hosts a family brunch, an attempt at healing. Thomas and Liam cross paths. The air crackles. Words are exchanged. Liam accuses Thomas of playing mind games. Thomas remains cool, offering no defense. Hope interjects, pleading for calm. But Liam's anger explodes. Don't you dare pretend you're here to help. He swipes at Thomas. Thomas catches him, pushes him back. The room falls silent. Hope, shattered, wraps around Liam and Thomas stares down at the tray of spilled mimosas. His venture moral chasm rekindled. Act 2. Thomas's final card. Something shifts in Thomas's eyes. He gathers himself. I get it. I made mistakes. He turns to Hope. I won't be the storm in your life. He pauses, eyeing Liam, but I'm not disappearing either. One last polite nod. He walks away, leaving both Hope and Liam startled. 8. Aftermath. Sparks of resolution. The wounds. Hope comforts Liam. He's still furious, but seeing Thomas walk away. Maybe the demon has receded. Thomas isn't the enemy, but he never was fully innocent, either. Thomas rolls back into his therapy schedule. There are still glimpses of shifting moods, still fragile, still grounded, but as a man maybe he has matured. The healing Hope invites Thomas to stay on the HFTF team, but only as a colleague. A motif of cautious inclusion emerges. Liam, eventually, nods in approval. He whispers to Hope, I trust you, but not him. She's relieved he trusts her. Liam acknowledges her support and the two share an intimate moment, admitting that this is real love. Carter and Daphne, watching from afar, exchange knowing smiles. They'll circle back whenever that storyline calls, but for now, Hope's center field is locked in, and father figure Bill bequeaths support. Epilogue, a peace with caution. Their war may not be over, but Liam and Thomas learn an uneasy truth. When Hope is involved, nothing is ever simple. The rivalry simmers, not drowned out, but anchored. At least, in this evolved era of maturity and emotional depth, Hope's presence acts as both a catalyst and a civility check, pushing men apart, yet also holding them accountable. Themes: At play redemption versus retribution. Can a man like Thomas return even after harboring deception and dangerous obsession and still hold a safe place in Hope's life? Trust earned versus forgiven. Liam trusts Hope unequivocally, but trusts Thomas. That's earned inch by